Hey all, so today I was supposed to complete my vital skills training because I didn't make the one I originally had. Um, but I had my accessibility and inclusion appointment this morning, so as predicted I did not make my vital signs skills lesson this afternoon, because by the time the meeting finished and having to get to the uni, and it's a nightmare trying to find parking space in the afternoon, and if you show up even a minute late they don't let you in. So wasted journey to the uni, which is very disappointing considering I was less than 5 minutes late. I don't think it's very fair. I think they should at least give that 5-10 minutes in between. Sorry, my throat's a bit thinged. I literally cried the whole drive here. That's why my throat's a bit dodgy there now. Literally cried the full journey, the full hour and 10-minute journey here. Just had a total breakdown. I don't even know why. I just did this little monster at the back of my head going on about this is too hard, you know, it's not going to work. But then the whole disappointing everybody if I pull out and disappointing myself. So I had this war going in my head between you're talking stupid, get on with it, and then this little voice saying, well, no, you can't do it, just walk away. So this whole battle in my head is just I don't know. I'm tired, I feel sick, my head's sore. Honestly don't know what else I can do. My accessibility and inclusion meeting. Okay, so I already had obviously the extra time on my exams, the 7 days extra for deadline if needed. Today she also added, after my assessment, she also added that if my exams take place on campus, I get my own room, so there's no distraction round about me. She's also applying for funding for it's what they call a mental health mentor, who will work with me personally. I can choose a date, time, you know, at my leisure when I need to. And also she's applying for funding for the study skills tutor, so that'll help me with my note taking and things like that. And she's also applied for funding for a dictaphone, but the problem with that is I need to speak to my lecturers to see if, one, they'll allow me to record, two, they've got to get permission from the rest of the class. So if one person in that class says no, then I'm pretty much screwed. Which kind of defeats the purpose of me getting a dictaphone in the first place. So I don't really know how that's going to work. I don't know, maybe I'll start feeling better about things once the mental health mentor's in place. Maybe she can help with making me feel better about it all. Building the confidence up. Because right now my confidence is just at rock bottom. Yeah, I've got the little voice in my head saying, do this because, you know, you'll make a great nurse and I know I'll make a great nurse. And then the other voice in my head is saying, you can't do this, you know, it's education and it's just a problem and pull out and the usual negative thoughts. I was actually driving here and all I could think was it would be great if someone just ploughed into my car and that was it. Don't get me wrong, although I have these thoughts, I would never intentionally take my life, you know. It's passing thoughts. When you're down in that moment. Stupid thoughts. You know, very stupid thoughts. And I would encourage anyone that's thinking that way to get help. That goes without saying. But yeah, that's kind of been my day of university so far. As I say, this is another one of the downer days. Hopefully things will start picking up though. So I've got my moving and handling session on Wednesday, or now Monday. So as previous videos, I'll make one before I go in and one after. And then I've got my group working my lecture on Thursday. So a busy week. Again, I'll do the same for the video. Moving and handling is an all day thing, so that's going to be really difficult for me. It's 8:45 till the back of 4, so it's going to be a really long one. And I'm going to be ill, which isn't going to be great for my class the next day. So my anxiety hangover for Thursday will already have started before I even get through the day. Excuse me. So I'm going to leave this here and try and sort myself out. And hopefully the rest of the week is going to be a bit better than what today was. The only good thing is the vital skills class is not mandatory to go out in placement, which is good. So far I've hit all my mandatory classes. But it'd be good to get the experience before going into it. So hopefully they can offer me the slot at the end of the semester to catch up on that. Anyway, I'm going to go there now and I will make another video through the week. Okay, so we are Wednesday. Weather is absolutely dreadful. So this is my moving and handling training. I'm absolutely knackered. I did not sleep last night at all. Feeling really sick. So this is going to be interesting. It's a full day as well. So start at 9:15 and I'll probably finish about the back of 4. So not looking forward to that. Feeling a bit better in myself today. I at least wasn't in tears on the way here for a change. So that's a plus side. I do only 56% battery in my phone, so depending on how much is left by the end of the day, I might need to make the after video when I get back home. I've brought my charger with me, try and find a plug socket. I did have it on charge overnight, however, for some reason it didn't charge. So yeah, I left the house with, oh, excuse me, I left the house with about 60%. So fingers crossed that it survives, because I can't find my power bank. For moving and handling, well, for all clinical skills classes really, the hair needs to be tied back. However, mine is too short to tie back. The headband doesn't look great with it because it's short at the back. So when this hat comes off when I'm inside, best I can do is tuck it behind my ears. So I don't know whether they'll accept that or not. If they accept it, fine. If they don't, then I'll probably get sent away because there's nothing else I can do with it. Kirby grips won't hold it because there's nothing for the Kirby grips to grip onto. So yeah, just a wee short one then out to try and preserve my battery. But overall, I did not sleep last night. I feel like absolute crap this morning. Sore stomach, headache, feeling sick. All of the above. Anyway, wish me luck, and hopefully it's a pretty quick day. Hey, so that's me home. Done my moving and handling. Bit of a nightmare. Took a couple of panic attacks, but I managed to stay through the session, so that's my training now done. And I don't need to go back for moving and handling now until my 3rd year refresher, and that's only a half day. So thankfully it's over. Just the whole having the class watch you when you're trying to do things is just very, very intimidating to me. I mean, when I'm on the job, I can do it fine because I know I'm not getting watched by other people, and it comes naturally. So I'm glad to be home now. I am literally just in. The weather is horrendous, so it took longer to get home. My headache is a lot worse than what it was this morning, so I am now going to run a nice warm bath and just chill out and hopefully try and get some sleep tonight for my class tomorrow. So yeah, spent most of the class after my panic attacks, well, in between my panic attacks, spent most of the class just feeling the need to pace, which led to me fidgeting and the legs going and fidgeting with the hands, shaking, the usual signs you would get. But I'm going to go now and try and come down, and I will make a video tomorrow before going into my class as usual. Good night all. So here we are Thursday. My self relationships and healthcare class. So my group work. I got a little bit of better sleep last night. Still absolutely knackered this morning. Really struggled to be here this morning. But I'm here. I just need to get through these 3 hours. I am dreading this group work because I think I'm going to be made to talk for the group this week. I'm not looking forward to it. Going to be an absolute nightmare. My anxiety symptoms aren't too bad right now. Feel a little nauseated and my heart's racing a million beats a minute. But that's really the only symptoms I've got right now. Hopefully they'll start to settle down. But I highly doubt it. I've got a feeling it's just going to get worse. I'll sit through the seminar and see how I feel. See how it goes on. But anyway, no doubt I will make another video. Oh, excuse me. When I finish, as always. Last night's video I made when I got home because the weather was absolutely dreadful here. For an hour's drive, I think it took me about 2.5 hours. Visibility was pretty much zero. So yeah, it was a bit of a nightmare. But I will make another video when I finish up here. Okay, so we are Monday the 13th of November. This is one of my retrieval classes. As fundamental aspects of personal care. I didn't think I was going to make this, but I did. As I say, this is one of my retrieval classes because I didn't make the first one. It's very, very difficult right now. They've still not gave me a mental health mentor yet, and I'm really, really struggling. I kind of hope they'll assign me one very, very soon. I think because I was taking panic attacks in my moving and handling class, it's kind of threw me. I couldn't make my classes last week either, the Tuesday or the Thursday. So this class is only 3 hours though, and it's only about 10:30. It doesn't start till 1, so I've got some time to kind of pluck myself up and get in there and get it done. But I really need that mental health mentor. I need someone, even if it's just someone to get me out the car and into where I need to be, then so be it. But even if it's just going for a cup of tea beforehand and trying to chill out a bit, it's kind of what I need. I don't really have that right now. I feel heart palpitations already starting. But as always, I will do another video when I come out and see how it goes. Hopefully I can actually get out this car. And I will speak to you all soon. Okay, so I did make it in, but for me, the reason that I show up this early is so, one, I know where I'm going, and two, I've got somewhere quiet to kind of settle myself. However, that was fine. I got myself in, managed to find a wee sort of quiet spot outside the classroom, in a corner somewhere out the way. But one of the lecturers came over, and I basically asked why I was there. I was like, well, I'm in for the 1 o'clock class. So she said that's fine. She says, but the class doesn't start till 1. Like, I know. She says, well, it's only 12 o'clock. It's like, I know. She says, we can't sit there. She says, but look, I've got really bad anxiety issues. I need somewhere quiet just to kind of sit. And then I got a whole big lecture again about how, you know, I can't sit there, and if I plan on being a nurse, how am I going to cope then in wards? And the usual bullshit, and I mean, excuse my language, but the usual bullshit that keeps getting thrown at me. So after the big lecture, I was told I can't stay there. I had to go up to the cafe area, which is absolutely jumping with people. I cannot sit there. So here I am back in the car. As I say, if people keep telling you something often enough, you're bound to start believing it. And now I'm sitting here thinking, are they right? You know, should I just pack it in if that's the case? And that tutor just happens to be the cohort lead, the one that actually runs the nursing programme. So now I don't even know if I'm going to make it back in. And again, that's going to be another class I've missed, all because of one lecturer. So at this point, I really don't know what I'm going to do. I honestly don't know. You know, you can fight so hard for something, and it just takes one person to not get back down. I managed to work myself up to get in there after really struggling to begin with, to get out the car and get in. And then when I do get in, you get someone like that just knocks you right back. So at this point, I don't really know what I can do. Maybe if the lecturers knew the full extent of my issues, they'd understand a bit more. But then I struggle to speak for myself. I can speak for others, no problem. You know, when I was working in the care homes, I could stand up for my patients and things like that. But it's different when it comes to myself. I can't. So it's not like I could go to each lecturer and say, look, this is my problems. I need this, I need that. But even inclusion and support won't do that for me. They basically just tell them this is the adjustments, but they don't give them any information as to why. Did you say this is a required adjustment, and it's down to me to say why, you know, but I cannot speak for myself. And this is the problem as well. Maybe she doesn't know just how deep things go and how hard they've actually fought to get here. But I can't go deeper into that, or I end up like this and then I can't talk. And anyone probably would have just shrugged this off and went, alright, we'll go back in. But something as simple as that can just throw me off. And I don't even know if I could go back in. I really don't. It's frustrating. Because I want to do it. But when you've got everything working against you, your own mental health, your own tutors, you know, what are you supposed to do? How are you supposed to deal with that? Because right now I have no idea. I have no idea where to go from here. I really don't. I've always wanted to be a nurse. It's been one of my dreams for as long as I can remember. But the lack of support is just... there is none. There's absolutely none. When I was in college doing my access to nursing, on the days like this, my tutors were really, really good. You know, I'd be sitting outside the classroom and that, like, well, it's lunchtime, I'm going to go for my lunch, but you could go sit in the classroom and I'll just lock the door with you in the classroom, and I'd go sit in the classroom and they would just lock me in and go for their lunch, so no one else could come in. But you don't get anything like that here. Nothing like that at all. It's not accommodating for people like me. And it's very annoying and frustrating, because I would be a damn good nurse. I know that myself. And it just... I don't know where to go for here. I really don't. But I'm going to leave this video here now and try and settle myself. I have 20 minutes to try and calm myself down and work myself up again to go in here. At this point in time, at this stage, I don't think I can. If I do make it in, I will make another video when I come out. If I don't, then this is where this day ends, I'm afraid. Yeah. So, here we are, Thursday the 16th. I'm back at uni again. It's literally on 8:15. I don't start to 9. But I have not slept at all. Literally 24 hours without sleep. I've already been sick on the way here twice. My head is absolutely bouncing. And I still feel really, really sick. I don't know if it's because I had a bad experience Monday. I'm feeling a lot worse today. Because I'm afraid that I'm going to have yet another bad experience. I think that's maybe what's kept me up as well. I just can't get rid of this headache. Literally, it's this one side. And it's travelling down behind my eye, which isn't helping much. I really hope this is going to be a quick day, so I can get back home. I will be let out of class a little bit earlier today, because I have to go pick up my placement uniform. I'm booked in for that for 12, and the class is meant to finish at 12, so I'll need to get away about 11:30. The uniform collection's supposed to only take 20 minutes, so yeah. But right now I'm trying not to be sick again. I'm kind of hoping I'll be able to get out of this car when the time comes. But time will tell. So I'm going to go for now and try and settle myself. I made my tea before I left in my flask, so I'll try drinking some of that and see how we got on. It's not been a great start to my day. I came out without my wallet, which has got my bank card in it. Although I keep money in the car, I need fuel for some reason my fuel is, I had 3 bars of fuel and now I'm down to 1. So I don't know what's going on there. I'm going to need to get a car into the garage, I think. Because my fuel shouldn't, I had 110 miles. I've now got 65. You know, it's only like 20 miles to the university from where I stay. So I don't really know what's going on there. So hopefully I've got enough fuel to get me home, or at least to a petrol station, and I can use all the change I've got here in the car. But yeah, I will go there now, and as always, I will make a video when I come out. Depending how I feel when I go home, it might be uploaded today. If not, it'll be some point this week or the start of next week. Okay, so we're on to another week. I have made it to the university. But I cannot get out this car. I'm not really sure how to get out this car. I don't even know anyone that I'm in the class with that I could drop a message to say, look, can you even come and get me? Sometimes that helps, having someone to kind of, you know, come on, let's go. But I don't know anyone that can do that. The girls that I have been hanging about with in uni, they're all in different classes right now. In fact, I had my last class with them last Thursday. So yeah, really difficult today. It's not good because this will be the third clinical skills class that I've missed. And what people have got to understand is, like right now, I can't go in, and if come 9 o'clock I don't make it in and have to go home, I will spend the rest of the day beating myself up over it. If people don't understand that part, it's not just a matter of I can't do this, I'm going home. You literally spend the rest of your day beating yourself up over it. So it's like a form of self-punishment, you know. You're mentally giving yourself into trouble for not going to class. But for me it's really difficult, especially without a support network in here to get me in through that door. I mean, a lot of people turn around and say, well, come on, you're 36, you don't need someone to hold your hand, you're an adult now, you know. But which is all fine, yeah, I'm 36, I'm an adult. But mentally, it's a different situation. Not even that, even adults now and again need help, let's face it. But I don't know, it's, for me it's difficult. I know when I was younger and I I went to the hospital. They'd done a whole load of tests on me. I was too young to remember much, but all I can remember from that was after all the tests were done, they worked out that my mental state is younger than my age. So I don't know if that's got a lot to do with having to have a support network here. You know, I don't know if that's got something to do with me needing someone to kind of say, right, come on, let's go in, or come on, let's go get a cup of tea and then we'll go in. You know, I just don't know. I'm not a mental health specialist. I'm only guessing in these things. All I know is how I feel in the moment. All I know is what could possibly help me get in there. And if I don't have that, then I don't know what else to do. You know, I'm going to assume the mental health mentor would be that support for me. But again, I'm still waiting. So I've not put this self-cert in yet, but I know when I do, I'm going to probably get a message for a meeting and end up getting pulled because this will be the sixth sickness that I've put in. I won't put it down as a sickness, though. This time I'll put it down as personal issues, and there's a box you could put an explanation in, so I'll just kind of explain having problems with my mental health right now, and I'm still waiting on inclusion and support, putting a mental health mentor in place, and take it from there. I mean, I really don't know what else to do. It's pretty crap, really, because this is something I've always wanted to do, and it's crap that my anxiety is one thing that's holding me back from it. Well, I say my anxiety is holding me back from it. Really, it was all those that bullied me in school that held me back from it, if I'm being perfectly honest. Because I wouldn't have these issues had I not been bullied at school. So, thanks to all them, I'm now still paying the price. But they've happily moved on, you know, living their life, having a good life, and I'm stuck basically where I'm at with all these problems because of them. And I know some people can say, well, why are you letting them still get to you after all this time? You know, the usual don't let them win because blah 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 blah. That's easy enough to say, but try to change your mind frame is not that easy. The amount of times I've heard people saying to me, oh, you need to change the way you're thinking, you just need to change your mind frame. It is not that easy just to change the way you're thinking. Like I said in my previous video when I had my breakdown, if someone says it to you enough, you start believing it. You know, it's it's just really difficult right now. I mean, the whole drive here, it was stupid things I was thinking of, like, you know, I never washed my hair last night. Is it going to look alright? You know, as you can see, I've got my uniform now. You know, am I going to be the only one wearing the uniform? And things like that. Because we have been told that you are supposed to wear your uniform to your clinical skills now. Um, if you can, some people still need adjustments done to theirs, so they don't need to wear theirs. But if you've got it and you don't need adjustments, you are supposed to wear it. But they won't be enforcing it until March, until after the first load of placements, and then they'll start enforcing it. So then I've got the thoughts of, am I going to be the only one that fucking shows up with my uniform on? Again, drawing attention to myself, which I don't like. I mean, the only clinical skills class that I've missed that I really need to try and do is my vital signs. Infection prevention control, which is today. I know how to wash my hands. I know how to take my equipment on and off. I know all that. I've done it for 14 years, you know. As fundamental aspects of personal care, I know all that too. I've done it for 14 years. I know how to wash and dress somebody. I know the proper way to do it, you know. So the only one I really would benefit from is the vital signs. The other two classes, if I miss them, I miss them. You know, it's not a big issue. But yeah, I really don't know. Again, I still don't know what to do at this point. Because I cannot get out of this car. Which is really annoying. Really annoying. It is, I'm just going to be beating myself up over it all day now. I've still got, half an hour. So I'm going to end this video here. If I make it in, I'll make another video. If not, I'm going to leave this here and see what happens next. Okay, so we're Thursday again, but no classes this week because it's exam time. So I'm working from home. So my very first exam, and it's an essay, which is fine. I know how to essay write. Problem I have is, from what I'm understanding, they've not exactly explained it appropriately or well enough. But what I understand is we have to pick something from our group work and write about how we use our communication skills to give your input. However, I'm really struggling with this because within my groups, as usual, I wasn't included. Anytime I tried giving an input, I get ignored, nodded at, or just a quick smile, and then they went back to talking about whatever it was they were talking about. So eventually I just gave up and just let them go on with it. So now I have absolutely nothing to write about and could potentially fail this essay over something that is not my fault. I had no control over anyone else in the group. So How do I write this essay? I have absolutely nothing to write about. I honestly don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I just find it highly unfair that I could potentially fail something out of no fault of my own, out of the fault of other people, not including me. So I don't know what I'm going to do here. It's highly unfair. I don't even know. I'm trying to see if there's a way that I can. So far, for the first part of it, the what, which is basically a description of the event, I've basically just put that, been a series of tasks to complete within our tutorial groups. Basically, what I've just said here, I tried different communication. I tried to communicate with the group, and that they just weren't listening to me. Due to really bad anxiety, I know I can be quite quiet at times. So that barrier makes it more difficult for me to communicate. But when I do communicate and people don't listen or just shrug it off, that makes communicating even worse for me. I just eventually give up and just don't bother. So basically, that's all I can think of for this first part. I don't even know if they'll accept that. But my response to that will be, well, what else am I meant to write about when I'm not included? And as I say, that's no fault of my own. That is the fault of the group for not including me, even though I tried. I don't know. Maybe I just need to speak louder. I don't know. This next part I'm finding kind of hard because I need to write about what, basically, for what I can make out for what happened next. What kind of communication skills that I used. I tried considering maybe my tone of voice because I'm quite quiet, or volume of voice, but I can't find anything to reference that on, and we've got to put references in. So I really don't know. I'm extremely struggling for this. I've literally only got 150 words and it's a 1,000-word essay. So that's been my day so far, and as you can tell, I am absolutely loaded with a cold. My head is bouncing and I'm all stuffy. So yeah, this isn't going too good. I have until the 7th of December to get it done. Preferably before then, because 7th is the deadline at 12 o'clock. But yeah, it's not fair. It really isn't. I'm really annoyed about it. But what can I say? It's school all over again. They say university's supposed to be mature learning because everyone's adults and it's not like school. Hell, I'm sorry, but it is. It really is. So yeah, that's my input for today. But I'm going to go write this, and I won't have a class next Thursday either, so next Thursday I'll probably just do an update on how I'm getting on with the essay. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Hell, so an update on my classes. Still finding it really difficult to get in. like right now again, I'm sitting here and I can't get out of the car. So what I'm going to do is I've got another hour until the class starts, so I will keep trying. But I'm going to need to email my personal tutor, kind of like guidance teacher, and speak to her because they still don't have my mental health mentor assigned yet. And I'm supposed to have one to help with this, and I don't have it. So I don't see why I should be penalised when I am not given the help that has been offered. So I'm going to message her and get a bit more information on what happens now. I mean, these 3 classes aren't under mandatory, so I don't know if I miss them. It just means I miss the chance to practice before placement. My 3 mandatory ones for clinical skills I did get to. I did complete them. It's just these last 3 I seem to be really, really struggling with. So yeah, it doesn't say they're mandatory. Obviously, it'd be good to be able to make all classes, but right now, if it doesn't stop me progressing, that would be a huge relief. So I'm going to message her once I finish this video, actually, and find out. I mean, if needs be and I need to defer for a year, try and get myself sorted, I will. I'm hoping it doesn't come to that. It shouldn't come to that, because at the interview the uni did say that they've got the resources to help me with this. And the University of West of Scotland, I'd done my access to nursing with the West of Scotland College, and the Uni of West of Scotland did say to me, because they noticed in my interview that I was really anxious, and explained to her in the interview, and she went, well, do you know what, that's perfectly fine. She says, because we've got plenty here that can support you with that. So I'm going to be really annoyed if Stirling, after advertising the same thing, doesn't provide me with the help that I need when I could have got it from West of Scotland. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to be really annoyed, but if Stirling just don't help me here, and as I say, I could have got it with the West of Scotland uni had I went. So yeah, hopefully missing these 3 classes, because I'm supposed to be in this afternoon and then I'm supposed to be in all day tomorrow for the other 2 classes. But as I say, I don't know. I will get up tomorrow morning and I will do the same as I've done today and drive in and try and go in, you know. I don't know how I'm going to be until it's on the day. But I had a funny feeling this was going to happen because it's been on my mind all weekend and I've not been able to get it out my weekend. What if, what if, what if, what if, what if, what if. So I knew I was going to have problems today. But it's very frustrating and annoying, because I know out on placement I would be perfectly fine. I'd probably have some ups and downs, but I've got my own mental health professionals that can help me with that, you know. Well, the mental health mentor that I'm supposed to be getting is supposed to help me with that as well anyway, and they can put adjustments in place for me on placement. But yeah, I don't know how this is going to work. It's, as I say, the classes don't say they're mandatory. With 6 clinical skills classes, 3 said mandatory and 2, the other 3 were just normal practice ones. So I'm going to assume that it shouldn't stop me progressing. It just means I won't have been able to practice it beforehand. But infection control I know, because I've worked in care for 14 years. And aspects of personal care I know, because again, I've worked in care for 14 years. I know how to wash and dress somebody. I know about death and dying. You know, it's not new to me. But I've drove to McDonald's now for a cup of tea because the university has went cashless and I refuse to use my card. I don't see why I should use my card for the odd £2-3 here and there. You know, when I've got the money right here, it's legal tender at the end of the day, but they don't accept it, so I don't buy. So I'm trying to have a cup of tea here, and the university is only 6 minutes drive away, so I will try and drive back and try and get in. Hopefully I can. You know, it's just really difficult. And it's frustrating because I want to do it. I know I can do it. If I just had someone to kind of say, right, come on, let's go. You know, it's... I don't know. And then they're not helping the situation by confusing the classes. So the class that I'm supposed... Because that's annoying me as well. Because with anxiety, you need to know where you are, what you're doing, where you're going. Well, I do anyway. So the class that I'm meant to be in is PC3C. So that's Path Foot Class C3C. But when you go to the Path Foot building, the classes only go C1, C2, C3, C4 and C5. So it's like, where am I meant to be going? So I don't know about that either, which doesn't help the situation. Tomorrow the class is just C2, pretty straightforward all day, but I do not know if I'm even going to make that. As I say, I will try, but I don't know. I really don't know. Problem with getting in touch with the personal tutor is they're not guaranteed to get back to you. They've got at least 3 days to get back to you, and this takes place today and tomorrow. It's 3 working days, so it's not like I could have messaged them over the weekend and hoped they'd see it. So what I hope they don't ask for is a meeting, because I'm terrible face to face, word to word, try to get out what I need to say. I prefer just typing and sending, and you know, because then I got all flustered and then I start getting upset and then I can't get out what I want to say, and it's just an even bigger headache then. But so far the experience in getting help is just a complete and utter shambles. the whole way through the course they've been saying, you know, we want you to succeed. Our job is to get you through this, and right now I don't see any help. I don't see that happening. And that's frustrating and annoying. But yeah, I'm going to go there now and drive back to this uni and see if I can actually get in. Wish me luck.